You think you are busy, but have you ever stopped to wonder what humans did before jobs, phones, and alarm clocks? Before any of it existed? The answer might quietly devastate you. For about 300,000 years, Homo sapiens lived as hunter-gatherers. And here is the part nobody tells you. They worked far less than you do. Anthropologist Marshall Solins called them the original affluent society, not because they had more, but because they wanted less and got everything they needed in about 3 to 5 hours a day. 3 to 5 hours? Then they were done. So what did they do with the rest of their time? Researchers studying modern hunter-gatherer tribes, like the Kung San of the Kalahari or the Hadza of Tanzania, found something remarkable. Ancient humans spent enormous amounts of time simply sitting together, talking, telling stories around fires that burned long into the night. Anthropologist Polly Wiesner studied the Jew/Honsi people and found that 81% of their nighttime conversations were stories, myths, legends, tales about people who were not even there. This was not wasting time. This was how knowledge traveled, how culture survived, how children learned what it meant to be human. Your ancestors were not idle. They were building something invisible, a shared inner world. They also played. A lot. And this was not childish. Play in hunter-gatherer societies was how young people learned to hunt, navigate, read weather, and understand plants. The line between work and play barely existed. When a child followed their father into the forest, were they working or exploring? Nobody asked. It did not matter. And then there was craft. Ancient humans made everything by hand. Tools from flint, baskets woven from grass, clothing from animal hide. Each object required full concentration, a kind of meditation disguised as labor. Psychologist Mihaly Csikszentmihalyi would later call this state flow. That deep absorption where time disappears and you feel fully alive. Ancient humans stumbled into flow constantly, without knowing it had a name. But here is where it gets strange. Recent studies of ancient skeletal remains show something unexpected. Early humans had extremely strong bones and high muscle density, far more than modern people. Their bodies were under constant physical demand. Yet their stress hormones, preserved in ancient hair and tissue samples, suggest something surprising. Chronic stress, the kind that destroys modern health, was far less common. They were physically exhausted in short bursts. Then they rested. Deeply. Sleep researcher Jerome Siegel studied the Hadza, the San, and the Tsimane people, 3 of the last remaining hunter-gatherer groups on Earth. None of them had a word for insomnia. They slept when it got dark. They woke naturally. No one lay awake at 3 in the morning replaying conversations. No one dreaded Monday. The mind, when it has no inbox, apparently quiets down. And yet, do not romanticize it. Life was also brutal. Half of all children died before adulthood. Infection could kill you in days. One bad hunting season meant starvation. The freedom was real. But so was the fragility. Here is the twist you did not see coming. The agricultural revolution, the moment around 12,000 years ago when humans first began farming, is often taught as humanity's greatest leap forward. More food, bigger populations, the beginning of civilization. But when scientists examined the bones of people from before and after this transition, they found something troubling. Post-agricultural skeletons were shorter, weaker. They showed signs of malnutrition, repetitive strain injuries, and disease. Humans started working longer hours, not shorter, and they got less in return. Historian Yuval Noah Harari put it bluntly. He said the agricultural revolution may have been history's biggest fraud. Wheat did not make humans more successful. Humans made wheat more successful and trapped themselves in the process. You are living inside a system that was never designed for your happiness. It was designed for output. Ancient humans woke up with no plan except to live. They moved their bodies, used their hands, listened to stories, and watched the stars until they fell asleep. They were not waiting for the weekend. They were not saving up for retirement. They were not trying to optimize their morning routine. They were just here, fully. In a way, most modern people never manage to be. Maybe the question is not what ancient humans did all day,